Hello and welcome, to yet another CDO Magazine interview series. My name is Rohit Choudhary. I'm the founder and CEO at Acceldata. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Bin Mu, the Chief Data Officer and Vice President of Enterprise Data and Analytics at Adobe. Bin, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rohit. It's my pleasure, honor to be here.
There's so much happening in the world of data and AI, and I'm so pleased that I'm getting to speak with you. Most recently, in our previous conversation, you were telling me that, you have refreshed the entire data and AI strategy. Can you talk a little bit about that, in your world, what's changing? How are you thinking about this changing world and
Yes,
what's the new strategy?
yes. Rohit is uh, we so I refreshed and we refreshed our charter and strategy. There are several reasons why we refresh it because the charter of old or previous charter centered around data strategy, roadmap, and unified data platform, data analytics, and also its governance and deliver through AI enabled products. It's data center. Why we're refreshing that is actually quite interesting because of AI. AI changes everything. So now our strategy is all AI first, AI centric, AI driven data strategy, integrated roadmap for AI first to achieve that. And the the guardian of the source, not only for as a source of truth, but also source for AI.
Mhm.
And also is AI driven actionable intelligence and agentic and agent orchestration or AI OS. But also we add one more item to our charter is upscale for AI fluency because the team, the organization, the overall company, we need to upscale to the AI era. One more reason why it is AI first now, because with the development of agentic AI and also agent OS, a lot of the functionalities can be done through AI, taking human being away from that.
Mhm. Mhm.
The implication is profound, and even myself still trying to grapple of the true impact on that. But just looking at the immediate impact is we can have a lot of workflows simplified, cycle time shortened, a lot of the conflicts, if you will, remove away. It's because AI is doing its best for the business.
Yeah, so that's a great point. Let me ask you a follow-up question on
It's,
that. So when you talk about AI, how is it affecting your internal stakeholders and how is it affecting your external stakeholders? And who are you prioritizing right now? Because I can understand your strategy, but where is it pointing right now?
yes, it's the impact are just 360 degrees everywhere. So I'd like to use an example, Rohit, if you will allow me to do this. I'll give you one example. This is impacting to our internal stakeholders, but also have an implication to the outside for Adobe of who we are working with. Let's use one classic example here. Um, calculate annual recurring revenue,
Mhm.
aka ARR. It is a very complicated calculation with hundreds of different business rules. And whenever there's a change of rule, change of policy, or adding of a different commerce model, then the calculation needs to be updated. It's a lengthy process and prone to
Mhm.
error. What we're doing is we're re-looking at how the AR entire the workflow is processing, and we're breaking apart those hundreds of business rules into the Lego blocks taxonomies. Because Lego blocks, you can use Lego block, the foundational Lego blocks, you can build anything. You can build a table, you can build a house, you can build a car, as long as you're given like the framework or the architecture. Okay, this is how you build a car using the Lego blocks, then you just
Hmm.
piece together to build it. That's what we're that's what we're doing. It's breaking apart all the rules into Lego blocks and structure that as taxonomy. So then when any new rules or alternation of rules, then we can restructure that. Sounds great, right? How do we piece together code? Because in the end, you need to piece together code. How do we
Hmm.
piece together code? Originally, we're looking is kind of is using a configuration over coding through drag and drop configuration. But with AI, with especially with AI agents, now the thinking changed. We can create several agents. Each agent will represent specific type of Lego block
Hmm.
along taxonomy. So now is with any changes, if I change, say, we're adding another different ways of doing the trial. Okay, great. Tell me about the rule. And then if we can break it apart, then meaning either create a new agent or I switch how agent work, voila, it's done. And that impact is on the is amazing because it's on not only on the productivity on the cycle time, but our end goal, Rohit, this can be controversial even to my own organization, to myself, is once we structure all of these, we'll give this the interface to our partners, to our business partners. So if they want to change rules, go for it. Change it, then it will propagate through all the agentic network. Then it will do itself. Essentially, it's taking a lot of the work, which elevate ourselves from a lot of foundational work. Once we have all of the foundation laid out and build it through AI agent.
I agree. One of the theses that we have been running at Acceldata is, sort of the breakdown of the workflow, that the
Yes,
rigidity of the workflow is going to go away. And our domain is very specific, right? So essentially, when we are trying to say that data management is going to become agentic, and, when we launched the agentic data management platform 2 months back, on my keynote, I said, look, there's going to be a convergence of personas, and there's going to be a convergence of technologies, and there's going to be a complete breakdown of the workflows the way that they exist today. And we will unfortunately or fortunately have to discover new boundaries for what agents can do and
yes.
cannot do.
Almost like maybe this is overly exaggerated, but almost like a death of workflow in with a neural network flow.
Yeah, I agree. It's actually a cognitive architecture. It's not a system architecture anymore.
Yes, yes.
So tell me more, Ben, what else is going on, with this strategy, I'm sure that you're starting to focus on the intelligence that data itself is providing, because all of this is not going to be possible unless you start focusing really on data. You talked about financial, metrics such as ARR. A lot of structured data also guides some really important outcomes for the company, right?
Yes,
Unlike,
yes,
let's say, unstructured data, which gives you the context, which can be sort of vague, ambiguous in some cases. But, when it comes to facts, everything has to be super accurate.
yes,
How are you preserving, the intelligence and accuracy together? Because of course you need intelligence, but what
yes,
about accuracy?
yes. Rohit, this is the core. This gets to the core of what we're doing. And I believe this for a lot of my peers. Also, this is the core to what they're focusing on is the the data is the semantic layer of data needs to
Mhm.
be gold, needs to be source of truth. And my, I'd like to tell a story. Let me provide another story of how we're doing that. We're not there yet. We're getting towards that and very uh, systematic getting over there. So think of the good old days that if you want to know a if the CFO wants to know, hey, I want to know the ARR of Adobe Firefly
Mhm.
the for month of April in Germany,
Mhm.
it's gonna trigger a firestorm. Is oh, we need to bring it up. So there, we have dashboards here, we have dashboard there. We can click over here and say, is it what you want? No, no, no. I just need that number. It may take days just to get that, and with the iterative approach, and still you may not get the right information over there. Why is that? Because the the conventional way of doing that is through BI or dashboard for
Mhm,
analytics, and
mhm,
it's structured through multiple dimensions. And through is the data needs to be structured strictly that way in order to be reflected in the report dashboard, and allowing to drill down to drill across. Now, just switching to the modern stack, think of is the medallion framework.
mhm,
The gold layer is semantic, and that has all of the business rules applied, metrics created, and also it is super wide, can have all of the attributes for one entity in one line. What that implies is if I want to know something related to that entity, it is all in one record. I can get it. Then speed and accuracy, let alone you also can apply governance to certain data attributes, which can be viewed, which cannot be viewed.
mhm, mhm.
So then back into the question, fantastic, Ben, you talk about this. We all know this. How do you get to that semantic layer? And this is where we talk about the Lego blocks, so critical. The taxonomy, breaking down the business rules with taxonomy so that you can structure from where the raw data to the base and one step at a time to the semantic easily. And applying AI to here, just think that way is by having this structured taxonomy to be able to link to the code and to build up to the semantic layer. Who can do this best? AI. I use Cursor AI myself to create a just simple semantic table for a financial reporting. I spent 2 hours and then done. But for that, if I went to the typical data engineer approach, it's probably going to take me 2 months.
Awesome, Ben. Thank you so much for your time today. It was a pleasure having this conversation with you. And, I look forward to doing this more with you.
Rohit, it's a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure.